Hey guys, I'm Jerry from JUST do IT Thailand สวัสดีครับ
Hey, Jerry.
What's up?
What's going on?
This is how we greet in Thailand สวัสดีครับ Yeah.
How are you?
Oh man, I'm great, especially coming off of the film, man. It's like the best Transformers ever. Let's go! I mean, like, I'm not just fucking with you guys.
This is what I'm saying. He felt it.
It is good. It is good.
That's how you get some energy going.
Just like you said in the behind the scene video, it was epically crazy.
It's about to be epically crazy.
How does it feel like to be a female Indiana Jones?
Oh, thank you, female Indiana Jones.
I'm talking about he getting active.
Yeah.
Forget that movie, but she is the female Indiana Jones now.
Thank you so much. I mean, it feels amazing. We want diversity. We want to show how important it is, and for you to take that away, for it to feel like that is it's a blessing. We're so excited, and we can't wait for a lot of people to feel represented. Yeah. And that it can keep going and going, and it doesn't have to stop with us.
Keep it
Just
up,
keep
man.
going.
Keep it up.
Yes. Let's get it real. Let's get it real. Oh, it's real.
And I have nothing to say, but you are the best. You're kicking ass, especially the climax scene.
Thanks.
Yo, Noah, take the wheel.
And you got so many trainings on the film.
Yeah, I trained for the film. You know, I trained with the stunt team. I trained on my own with my trainer, Corey, and we just worked specifically on getting in shape to be able to do, all the stuff in the movie, especially the action scene. You know, that scene I wasn't supposed to be in that scene. I was supposed to be only a stunt man was supposed to do that whole scene, and
But you were in that.
yeah, and I wanted to do it. So I had a conversation with Steven, and I was like, yo, look, I'll train and I'll do whatever I had to do. I don't want anyone else to do this. I want to do this.
And I heard that you just got a license for this film.
I got a license for this movie. I did.
And then drive.
At the point where I got goosebumps and I cheered, like I got that feeling again, man. It's like you not just revitalize the franchise, but you also push it to the next level.
I mean, it's a little bit personal, as a fan of the franchise and trying to put as much in it as you can that you would want to see on a big screen. But it's all about the character, so to speak. I think for me it was like digging deep into what the sort of DNA of Transformers always been. You said you had goosebumps, and it's like to see these characters all become heroes, or like Optimus Prime, the hero that we know in the future, and like getting to see him in 1994 as someone we don't quite know yet, like a different Prime. So setting those blocks up, I think, allows for more of an emotional journey, and to your point, a reactive one as well.
For centuries, our kind has stayed hidden on Earth. But darkness has found us again.
Speaking of 1994, why that year, man?
It was such a cool year. No, it felt like it would have been nice coming after Bumblebee in the 80s, that if we tapped into the 90s, I feel like it's really an untouched era. Especially 94 was so specific to the culture. Like musically, things started to change, wardrobe, things started to change. And I wanted to capture that. I felt like it was a year that I was born and alive, and I remember. So I was like, oh, it'd be cool to really tap into what I remember as a child, put that on the screen. So it felt like a, time capsule, if you will. Yeah.
This is about the fate of all living things.
It is a time capsule for the great songs, great music, man.
Yeah.
I enjoy the soundtrack so much.
Yeah, it was tough to get. Yeah,
you picked them yourself?
I picked them myself. We did not have a music supervisor on this project.
You don't need them now.
No, I picked them, almost all of them, I'm pretty sure, myself. Yeah, I have a pretty extensive playlist, and I do so for all my films. I create a playlist first when creating a movie. And this one, I was like, let's see if where these can fit. And so, definitely called in a few favors as well. People like Nas and things like that to like really help, whether giving us something that he did in the 90s or doing something new like he created with Toby. But no, it was really special, man, because a lot of these tracks were tracks that I remembered and you don't get to hear too much in films.
Think you hold the list and you haven't met the aim.
Linkin Park and then you.
Come on.
Yeah, it's legendary.
Yeah, legendary. How do you feel, man?
I found that out literally on the set of the video with Nas and Jacob Banks. This past Sunday when we shot the video, I literally just found that information out, and that is a monumental thing to be a part of. Only me and Nas and Linkin Park have done an original song with Transformers, so it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And this is the 7th film, so that's...
You feel me?
It's gonna be in every teenager's ears.
Yay!
Now we making money.
We wanted to bring a really strong emotional connection to the characters, to both the humans and the robots. And we wanted to take you on a ride that got you this giant spectacle. And the trick of staying emotionally connected and yet having these giant fights, it's very hard from a balance point of view.
And the guy who did that is Stephen Caple Jr.
Yes, he did.
What do you see in that guy, man?
When I looked at his works, I saw a lot of humanity, a lot of vulnerability and understanding emotion. And what is very hard is to keep the emotion alive in any big spectacle franchise. And so that's really what drew me to him.
In the end, everything you cared for will be consumed.
How do you craft those scenes, especially the climax, man? It's like, whoa.
I think having some sort of like groundedness to it all, you know, helps a lot because that's naturally me and who I am. So like having that foundation first and then building off of that. So for the action scenes, you know, all of them were driven by a purpose and a character motivation. So I think that's why people like them so much. They're like, you're watching it, but you're not just watching action for the sake of action. You're like, I'm cheering for this person. I want him to get to the key, or I want him to save this person. And so like, you have that, and then we're not afraid to have losses too. I think the stakes are really high. You know, you're hoping everyone survives, but will they? You know, and this is the type of film that kind of taps into that a bit. Again, stuff that I saw in the cartoons early on that they were doing. And I'm like, we should be doing that in the films too. But yeah, the third act climax is huge. On top of a volcano, shot in Iceland. It's pretty tense.
How big can this guy be? He eats planets. So like way bigger than a planet.
What are the plans you got for us rolling out for the future?
Having worked on it so long, we've talked about every idea probably within the franchise. And some of them, like the Beasts, we started talking about them when we did the third movie and like trying to figure out how to put them together into this thing. And it's very hard actually to put animals and cars together.
Yeah.
Think about it that way. You know, so we had to come up with a story that took you to the jungle.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's natural. And they're so hard to make that we rarely think like this is definitely where we're going to go, because also we've learned we think you're going to go somewhere. I'll give you an example. Before you saw this movie, you would not have said Mirage has to be a character in the next movie.
No.
Now you see it,
Yeah.
you got to put him in it. So how do you plan that?
And we want to see more of him, man.
Right?
Please,
Yeah,
please.
I know. So you can't plan for that. So we have some ideas, and now that we've finally finished the film, now we can explore it.
Maybe next one you can explore it here in Thailand, maybe.
I think it would be awesome to be in Thailand. I've shot twice, as I said. I love the experience. I think they're the nicest people, which is just so great when you're there as a filmmaker. You're in a foreign land, you're doing something really hard, and when the people welcome you, it's a different experience.
Optimus, we must trust each other to protect the home we all share.
Just a fun question. What if this movie was a musical? What is it going to be? Turn out.
Well, how would it turn out?
Yeah.
It would be the best musical ever, right? You said this is the best Transformers.
With robots, man.
With
Nothing
robots.
ever like happened before.
Yeah. No, we've never seen robots tap dance. So this would be a first.
Come on. Give me a little tap. Give me a little tap. There you go. Now we're friends.
Hopefully we have the spectacle and we have the humor and we have the emotion that all of them, every audience appreciates, but I know Thai has a lot of humanity in the people. And so I think that hopefully will speak to the Thai audience.
I think you guys are really going to enjoy this movie. We poured a lot into it, from the cast, the crew, shooting all over the world. It is one you truly have to experience in movie theater. So Thailand, go to the movies, check it out, and hope you love it.
Unicron is coming.
Maybe there's another way to save our home.
From both your past and future, You've never faced anything like this. Let them come.
Transformers Rise of the Beast กำเนิดจากกลอสูร7 มิถุนายนในโรงภาพยนตร์
This is not the first film that I'm impressed with you, man, because I have loved you from this film before.
Wow.
Come on.
What's that? That's
Blu-ray.
It's a Blu-ray. It's a thing.
Blu-ray.
It's a thing
Real.
now.
That's
It's
real.
called Blu-ray.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's real.
And yeah, before I go, I just want a tiny bit of love from you, man.
Oh, I got you.
just-
Man.
Aww.
Wow.
And you're like,
Yeah, of course.
thank you.
Wow.
Honestly, on set, I kept
In the
singing the
Heights.
songs to him.
Right?
Yeah.
In the heights.
Yeah. Hey!
We're taking the flight to a couple of days in the life for what it's like in Washington Heights.
Oh my God, is it real? Is this real?
Oh, it's happening. It's real. You manifested it.
You should got it, man. It's Blu-ray.
He said you
Usually
should.
when he signs his autograph, he usually kisses whatever.
Okay.
He don't
Don't listen. I'm honored that you love me.
Thank you guys. I love the film, and
Thank
I think
you.
Thai,
You're so cool.
Thai people will love it because we love Transformers and we love you guys, man.
What's your name again?
Jerry.
Jerry. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. It was a good time. Thank you.
Thank you, Steven.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Lorenzo. Nice to meet you, man.
ถ้าคุณรัก Transformers ก็อย่าลืมกดซับกดแชร์ กดไลค์ และกดปุ่มกระดิ่งแจ้งเตือนเอาไว้ เพื่อไม่ให้พลาดหลากคอนเทนต์สุด Exclusive เจาะลึกถึงหนังกว่าใคร ที่เดียวที่จอดอ Just Do It พิมพ์ Just Lead ภาษาอังกฤษ ส่วนดูภาษาไทย